Good morning and namaste, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Whether you intended to or you just happened to arrive on this, thanking yourself, waking up and easing into the day is very important, very special part of our day. I had again that challenge of waking up in my body and system, and yesterday we talked about maybe progress being more of a spiral or circular versus a linear, or maybe for you guys this way, trajectory in the positive direction, right? This being your x-axis. And if you're feeling any challenges, and so for some, right, we may be on our cycles, our menstrual cycles, some of us in a stage of life approaching it or leaving it. And this is taboo for some reason in our cultures. I'm not sure why. I'd like to change that. To acknowledge and not just, give compassion towards, but respect that these are things that are also things that we manage. And respective of all genders, we may be having periods in our life or experiences that are happening and coexisting with other experiences. And these may be times where we say, in our habit, like, well, this is how I practice it and this is how I handle these things. On one hand, very good to know who we are. And I also invite us to come in with a bit of beginner's mind, myself included, of wanting to, for me, for example, like, okay, I'm going to curl up in a ball, or perhaps this is a space to, almost with a microscope, look at myself in this space, and why I love, yoga mats and practicing in a similar space is it's a chance to study. We call it svadhyaya, study ourselves, and recognize that which is really who we are, that which, lifts us into what feels like maybe like, oh, I was meant to do this, or this is me. And you can still feel that in yourself. Or is it things that we feel like, well, I need to have that? No, but this is just how I have to do that. And while there are good habits that allow us to exist in our world, are they, ironically, sometimes holding us or creating more ongoing tension? And so this is why arriving in and of itself is a beautiful practice. So we'll practice a little bit of physical practice here, and we'll use the space to observe ourselves in svadhyaya a bit more, releasing and letting go, so similar to yesterday's practice. And also focusing today on offering not just compassion, but a respectful compassion toward ourselves and toward others. So first, let's uncross the legs where you are. Take any movements that come naturally. Let's release out the neck. So grounding down, breathe in all the way. And breathe out. Notice where the shoulders are, almost like a little swing here. So you're just playing with that natural composition of the shoulders. Back in the day when they did posturing classes, it's actually not necessarily a bad idea to feel like you're lifting into a book if you ever want to play with that and place it on your head. It helps create a long spine while you're still soft in the shoulders. Your chest is lifted, but you're not jutting out at the chest. You're lifted and tall. And again, playing with the shoulders here, just finding a space where they feel like they're open but not widely open, and not rounding forward. From this place, we'll now roll out the neck. So grounding down into your system. Continuing to breathe fully and completely on your own rhythm of breath. Let the head round forward. Space in the back of the neck. Roll your left ear to left shoulder. This might be opposite on how the camera picks it up. And then back of head to back of neck. right ear to right shoulder, and forward. Take one gliding circle. Slow and easy, continue to breathe. Enjoy, maybe smile. The slowness in this practice is critical to start just because it's really delicate. You know, your spine and carries all of these nerves. So opposite direction, right ear, right shoulder. Back of head to back. And then left ear to left shoulder. Might hear those little pops. And then chin toward the chest. Glide in the direction. One circle all the way around. Good. Inhale, shoulders now up to the ears with your head upright. Exhale, release. Breathe in, shoulders lift. Exhale, release. If you're gripping at your hands, now's a chance to release them too. Breathe in all the way. And breathe out. Pause here. Notice how you feel, and could this be enough? Thanking yourself even now, midway. So not necessarily having to wait to a certain point. I'm going to remove my handy dandy little thingy here. I know, I'm not full-time living here, so that thing was pretty cool. So ground down through the feet. Feel the soles of feet kind of suctioned by all four corners. If you tend to pronate or supinate, so leaning to the outsides of the feet or putting weight on the inside, see if you can start to even out and then lift the toes, widen them. It might feel annoying, ground them back down. See if you can do this with love and respect for the toes that carry us all day, for the feet. Lift onto balls of feet and reground. See if you can keep that balance in both of the horizontal direction by your perspective and this I don't know, the mathematical plane that we would be in, but anyway, grounding down through all parts of the feet. Lift through the quads, navel toward the spine gently. You're not tucking in the tailbone, so this starts to happen sometimes. You still want a gentle curve in the spine, it's the natural way, but you're lifting tall. So sometimes when we do this, that's why I cue it. Lift tall through the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way. If it takes too much in your system or low back to do that, you can always stay in a half bend or you can fold. At this forward fold or wherever you are, relax at the neck. You can hold either elbow with your hands and just sway a little bit, release any tension. Breathing in all the way and breathing out. Switch the crossing of elbows. You might feel some of the blood coming to the face. If it's too much, start to roll upright. Otherwise, see if you can enjoy that. And then come into a half lift. The palms can press into your shins. Let the shoulders stay open. So this is, the same kind of suggestion that we want to give the body when we're actually at our computer. So now when we roll upright, the blood has now recalibrated instead of standing up suddenly. Let's practice what it would be like on a computer. So keeping the shoulders open, the palms coming toward the shin, or if your arms are shorter, just that suggestion here. And then ground through the feet, gently bend at the knees as you lift to sit upright. Here's what it can feel like when you're at a computer. Soften the shoulders. So this is a way to practice your posture as well. Widen the hands. Ground down, breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold. Keep the space that you made, navel gently toward the spine, and then fold. Either half or all the way. Relax here. Again, let go of the head and neck. You can even gently move the chin and the head. You can let the shoulders sort of sink forward. That's also okay for the moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe it's a little bit more of a bend. Are you locking in the knees? Can you keep a little bit of space and bounce there? Breathe in, halfway lift. Palms can come to the shins or to the thighs or that suggestion. Open at the shoulders, the shoulder blades gently kiss at the back. See if you can keep the chin not tucking toward the chest, not crunching back of neck, but a neutral spine, like the top crown of head is perpendicular out. And then lift up, so keeping that same suggestion of posture, softening, opening shoulders here. Again, practicing for a computer beginning. Good, one more time, breathe in. We'll flow, fold, exhale, keep the space you just made. Breathe in, half lift. Stay here. And then let the hands come to the shins or the thighs. Lift upright, keep the shoulders open, shoulder blades kissing at the back. And relax. The hands alongside of the body. Come down onto the floor. If you like, all optional, you can remain in standing and rest. Step the right foot out in front of you, and then you're on the left knee behind you. If this hurts, you can always use a little bit of a cushion underneath. So I have one here. I don't have a mat with me, so I'm practicing just on the ground. Your back toe is tucked. See if you can bring the knee over that front ankle to start. Inhale, lift the arms. Feel space in the body. Good. And exhale, you can twist over to the right here. You can bring the left forearm to the outside of the right thigh. And bring the arms back up overhead. And then you can scoot that front foot a little bit forward. We'll open at the psoas so you can lean in a little bit more into that. Should feel good, so as much or as little as you like. Release. We'll switch sides, so just opposite knee, opposite foot in front. Good. Front knee over front ankle, tuck the back toes, inhale, lift. Feel space in all sides of the body, and then exhale, you might want to twist over to the left. The right forearm comes to the outside of the left thigh. Gentle twist. So if it starts to make you collapse, then no need to twist that much, right? And then inhale, release from twist. Scoot that front foot forward a little bit. If you like to open the psoas, so you'll feel it in the right psoas as you lean forward. Releasing any energy or tension gently. And then come back upright. And then from where you are, you can take a little squat. So this is called a malasana. So just grounding down into the feet. I'll scoot back a little bit so you can see. So I'm grounding down into the feet. If I start to turn inward, right, maybe I'm lifted a little bit tall. And then I can come to sit. So that just creates a little bit of activity in the base, in the pelvic floor. Come to sit, maybe crossing feet the opposite way that you're used to. Ground down in the spine, see if you can keep the shoulders open. Again, just suggesting the way that we'll keep our posture for the day. Palms can face up on the backs of thighs or however you like. Eyes open on a point or closed. Setting any intention you have for yourself for the day. And thanking yourself for practicing this morning. May you have a good rest of the day. Until tomorrow, everyone.